Hi, I am Stephen of Parnell and Ziperman, APC. I am the Parnell in Parnell and Ziperman. My journey in the legal world has been quite the adventure. It is not a path that I would necessarily recommend to any law student or anyone interested in a career in consumer litigation, but I think it prepared me well to represent people like you whose families need help because they have obtained defective products or products that don't live up to promises. I began my career in 2005 as a criminal prosecutor, diving headfirst into the often gritty world of major felonies and street gangs. A single year into the practice of law, I was litigating cases involving everything from burglaries to attempted murders. One of my first trials was prosecuting a near-fatal stabbing over a $5 debt. Whatever your views might be on our criminal justice system and its frequent shortcomings, I think that we can all agree that there's no one who deserves to be stabbed over $5. It was a tough case. The victim in the case lost several organs. His life was forever affected, and there was nothing that I, as an attorney, could really do to ever make it right again. But I could at least hold the person who had harmed him responsible. The case really taught me the importance of seeking justice for people who have been wronged. About a year later, I was promoted. I became the head of the gang prosecution division. I was the chief gang prosecutor, and over 3 years, took apart 2 street gangs. Yes, in part, it was through litigation, but it was also problem solving and coalition building, reaching out and working with both public and private groups who were affected by gang crime, or even better, in a position to intervene with young people before they became gang involved, and trying to build relationships necessary to prevent, deter, and ultimately, in a worst case scenario, investigate and prosecute gang crime. After working for 3 years at a pace of more than 100 hours per week on a public sector salary, I decided it was probably time to shift gears a little bit. I wanted to move out of criminal prosecution and take on a civil litigation role. I ended up enforcing laws that are intended to protect public health and welfare, gaining what I think is really valuable experience in the intricacies of legal proceedings in civil cases as they are used to hold businesses responsible, and make sure that they follow both the spirit and the letter of the law. My journey eventually led me abroad, where I ended up delving into commercial transactions. I learned firsthand about how business organizations operate, how they measure their success, the health of their organizations, the data that they track, and sometimes, importantly for consumer rights law, what data they choose to ignore or not collect. My heart remained in the United States, and I eventually settled in California, drawn by the opportunity to be closer to friends and family. Since 2017, I've dedicated my practice exclusively to consumer protection law, focusing on cases involving false promises, disregard for consumer regulations, and defective products that are a threat to consumer health, welfare, and livelihood. I've been shocked by the blatant disregard that some companies show for the welfare of their own customers. At times, corporate behavior can be astounding. It is a privilege to stand up for consumers and to hold these companies accountable for their actions. We litigate cases in both California and Indiana. Both Lisa, my partner, and I are licensed to practice in both states. We started in Indiana and were later licensed in California. Whether it's fighting for justice in the courtroom or advocating for consumer rights in either state, we're here to help. My colleague Lisa and I have teamed up to form this firm dedicated to protecting consumer rights. Together, we bring a unique blend of experience, expertise, and passion to every case that we handle. Our legal services are provided at no charge to consumers, thanks to fee-shifting provisions in consumer protection statutes. We get to punch big businesses in the mouth when they mistreat consumers, and then charge them for the privilege. It's kind of beautiful. So, if you have been wronged by a company, don't hesitate to reach out. You won't end up paying the bill if we take your case. That will go to the big company that's mistreated you. You can call, email, or complete a contact form on our website. However you reach out to us, we're here to fight for you.